Welcome to the Core Getting Started collection. In this video, you will learn about the many options available for importing data from an XML file into the Core Integrated Desktop. Note that this video is meant to be viewed in conjunction with the Export Options video from the Getting Started collection. To begin your import, click File, Import, Core Data File. I'll go to my desktop and select the XML file I have saved there, then click Open. This is the XML Import Wizard, which will walk you through a three-step process of importing your XML file. In Step 1, you are prompted with the manifest from the selected XML file. My XML file has just one project. If your XML file has multiple projects, all will be shown, and you can use the checkboxes to select which projects you want to import. Notice the checkmark for users and groups. XML files can contain complete projects, project settings, project schemas, users and groups, or any combination of these. My XML file contains a complete copy of my project and users and groups information. Let's exclude users and groups by removing the checkmark. When you have finished selecting the projects for import, click Next. In Step 2, we specify the target projects into which you want to import the data. This gives you great control over how to load the data. Most frequently, you will be importing a single project backup into a new project, or importing a change set into an existing project. This step provides rich options to support a number of scenarios. For each project selected from the project manifest, you have the ability to specify a target location for the project. If a project by the same name exists in the repository, the default selection is to import into the existing project. Otherwise, the default is to import into a new project of the same name. In addition to the target project, you can also select the target repository. This is relevant only when you are logged into a core server. When connected to a core server, you can import into the core server repository or to your local repository. It's important to be intentional with the repository selection in this case. To adjust the repository location, just drop down the repository selection box and choose the desired location. My selections here indicate that I'll be importing sample fast food into a new project in the remote repository, which is my core server. Click Next to move on to Step 3. In the third and final step, you have the opportunity to review the import actions before importing the file. Clicking back will allow you to change the options. I'll click Import to proceed. If you are importing into a core server, you'll see the job monitor. If you are importing into a local repository, you will not see the job monitor and will simply get an alert when the import completes. There are just a few more details to note. First, when importing into a core server, the file is first uploaded to the server, then imported. Should you need to close core during the import, you can do so after the file uploads, and the import job will be completed by the server. Second, when importing a project backup, the final step of the import process is to import the project-level access control information from the import file. These are the permission settings that were applied to your project and are included in the XML file. If you complete the import, then cannot find the project to open it, your user account might not have the appropriate permissions. Third, sometimes you'll get an alert at the end of the import that the job completed with conflicts. Most conflicts can be considered alerts, not errors. Take a moment to review the file. If you need help interpreting it, email our support team at support@vitechcorp.com. This concludes the overview of import options. To learn more about using Core, go back to our screencast page and view the rest of the Getting Started collection.